Hello, everyone. You are welcome to Unmasked Lifestyle, and I'm Chinel here. We have Lara Ade, our special guest. This is the third time Lara is coming on this live stream, and I hope you all would enjoy our session today. So today is the third and last, but not the least, of the ABULA recipe. Let's welcome Lara.
Hi everyone, I'm glad to be here to have some more fun. Yeah, so we look forward to having all of your questions answered as much as we can. And yeah, let's have fun.
Yes, let's go for it. Okay, so the last time we were talking about, so today is the final recipe, and I'm sure most of you saw the video last week. So we just want to talk about um, the questions that some of you guys threw at us regarding the recipes and all of that, and hopefully we can all learn from those questions and see how to improve. Like, the reason for this is just to give us few ideas on things to add to our menu or our diets that is healthy for us, especially at this time in the world when we are all going cuckoo with what is going on, the pandemic. It was interesting traveling, coming back yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Traveling now is like the biggest deal because of all the COVID tests.
Yeah.
As you arrive your destination, you're thinking, oh my gosh, I have to get this PCR test going. And then as you're going back again, you're going back and doing another test.
Oh dear.
So the work and we just have to.
We have to be safe, yeah, and be healthy.
Yeah, we have to do whatever we have to do.
And that changes our lifestyle some more because of COVID. So yes, we just got to pay more attention to these things and look for tips to build our immunity even some more.
Exactly.
And food is the first thing that we consider when we're talking about natural, strength and health. So that we don't have to be popping medications all the time. Exactly. We can go the natural way.
And it's easier too. Yes. Maybe not really easier because the pills might be easier, I think, because you just put it in your mouth and it's done. But the food, you have to prep for it.
You're turning it all around.
You have to think about it.
Should be easier to
eat. I'm just trying to be realistic. Because the thing is, I have to reduce the volume of that. Just give me 1 minute.
Yes. For me, they say prevention is better than cure. And if we can naturally avoid having to take meds, that would be the best thing in the world. Well, maybe I'm talking from a personal experience because I hate to swallow pills. My mom always used to say when I was little that my throat is very thin, very narrow. So nothing goes down. Even those pills don't go down.
Wow.
But give me something that I really enjoy. My palate is very, very special. It gave me something that I really like. And then you can know that I can eat. But otherwise, they thought I never, would put on weight or would always be thinking, look at me now.
Look at us.
Give me something that I like.
Look at us now.
And for me, it's easier to get the all of the nutrients through food, all of the vitamins, all of the natural things through food, because that's something you do every day. It's a no-brainer. Should be a no-brainer. Better than swallowing pills for me. Absolutely. Even vitamins. I hate swallowing something that's not food.
Absolutely.
Or tasty.
Yes.
Yeah. But I do see your point that because it's a tiny thing, people just want to pop it in. Instead of eating right, they want to use all of the supplements in the world to make up for not eating the natural food. Okay.
I'm sure they all have side effects, even though we know some food, depending on how you eat it and how you cook.
Yes.
Last week Lara, 2 weeks ago, you were talking about mindfulness.
Yes.
And I thought that mindfulness, somebody said to me, mindfulness. I thought that was the best thing. We have to be mindful of whatever we're doing, how we prepare the food.
Yes.
I was just being realistic saying that the food is not as easy because you have to intentionally decide and, mindfully plan for it and decide that this is what I want to do and I want to do it right. Because even the way you cook your food go a long way to even making that food so unhealthy. So that is why we are just talking about navigating the different procedures and processes. And that was why this ABULA recipe came to mind. Because for the ABULA, I know if you look at the description I had followed what you said it's a mix.
Yes.
If you can explain that ABULA, what ABULA means,
okay,
that would be great for the
audience. Okay, we've been waiting for this, right?
Yes.
ABULA. Okay, so that's a Yoruba word, which means you kind of, I don't want to say dilute, but, dilute in the sense of mix. So you're going to put something in something to make a variation.
Yes.
So that it's not only one, but two. So ABULA comes then from the two different kinds of soups that are combined in that delicacy to make that complete, ABULA. Yeah. So Ewedu is not going to be called ABULA by itself. Begiri is not going to be called ABULA by itself. So when you say ABULA, the connotation is the mix of the two and how they go well together. Plus, of course, your sauce, your tomato sauce with your protein, whatever protein you want to have in there. So that's three things. Absolutely. So that's it. That's why it's a real ABULA, because it's not just one, it's not two.
Amazing.
And so that's the meaning of ABULA. It's like mixing.
Close this down. Sorry,
and mixing, and so it denotes a mix, a blend. Oh, I got the word, a blend.
Yes, a blend.
Another word for people who want to have a synonym or something.
She called it smoothie when we made the bakery. She said it was a smoothie.
Yeah.
And I thought that was cool too, because it's a blend of something. You mix it up, you bring all of these things together, and then instead of you chewing your food now, we call it smoothies, and so that's perfect.
It looks like smoothie to me, and when you want to promote something, presentation is also key. The image that it creates in your mind can also make it taste better, or can make you really ready for it, like salivating when something is good. And so I would use smoothie to describe it for our generation?
New generation.
Generation X, is that what it is?
New, I just say it makes it easy, so you don't have to think about it.
For our younger, our younger people who also want to eat healthy, especially if you're a young professional and you also want to eat right, you want to keep healthy, you have control over your diet and everything. You're not being spoon-fed by anybody, and you can afford healthy choices.
Exactly.
Then, by all means, go for those natural things if you can. Of course, they're more expensive if you're going to be eating out and say you want to go to all these specialized restaurants.
Organic restaurants.
Exactly. And that's why we are excited to do this, where you can actually make all of your natural stuff from home and as free from canned preservatives and all of those things as far as possible. Because that's part of the healthy lifestyle.
Yes.
Go to the source.
Yes.
Cook your food from scratch if you can. And you are already eliminating a lot of stuff that brings some, that might bring some radicals into our systems from what I've read. So
absolutely, you're so right. Yeah. That's absolutely true. Like you're saying, preparing your food, for instance, because we are focusing on the ABULA recipe, it's healthy lifestyle is a combination of whatever you put into it, it's healthy. So, but today, because it's ABULA recipe and all the there are like four different things. We have the cassava, we have the ewedu, which is the jute leaves, molokia leaves, whatever you decide to call it, depending on where on the part of the world you are and what you call it. So we have the tomato sauce with the protein, as she said. We have the bakery, which is made from the bean. I think, can you even make it from the brown beans as well?
Oh, why not? Why not? Yes. The same way when we make the, if your audience, if they know what bean cake, akara.
Not yet. I've not made
that. Okay. No. Okay, that's another one.
Yeah, they would know.
Yeah, akara or moi moi, they're all from beans. And if you decide to use the brown beans, or they call it guinea peas, either the guinea peas or the black eyed beans, either of the two will do the same job. Okay. It's just like eating them white or red.
Okay, so you can use brown beans as well. For those that know about all the beans family, you can use that. Yeah. And because actually the bakery soup, when you go to restaurants, they serve something similar to it. They call it the lentil soup.
Exactly.
It's almost like the same thing because it's all in that same family.
It might taste the same. Yeah. It's a beans family. Yeah, beans, lentils.
But the difference is that we have not added any additions to our food. Our food is pure. There's no cream in it.
Yes.
And that is part of why it is healthy. So, like sometimes I like I made some butternut, the squash soup. Sometimes when you go to the restaurant, they put a lot of cream in it to make it thick or to sweeten it, or they add some external things into it. Yeah. But the ones that we make on this channel, they have no added anything. So they are just natural, because I think the less of those foreign things you add to your food makes it more natural.
Yeah. Kind of straight from the farm. So we just soak the beans so that we can easily peel the skin, and then we run it through mix in the mixer so that some of the the fiber comes out. But I told you guys, if you choose not to remove all of the skin, that is still perfect. Absolutely. You might just have a different consistency. I have a friend who does that. Yeah. If she's doing any of these things from beans where you need to take off some of the skin so that it's kind of more smoother or whatever. If you put it all in, it's healthier because it
has more fiber.
It's all pure beans. That's really cool. And it does take longer though to cook healthy meals.
Yes.
We're not opening the can and throwing it in the pot. We're actually cooking it from scratch, and that's as healthy as it can be. Yeah.
So Lara, if that's okay, let's welcome and see who is in the house with us today.
Oh yeah.
Let's recognize the people that have come here to share this moment with us.
Yeah.
And for sure, we have our own special guest, who is Lara, who is leading us through this. We have, not this one. Hello, Kim. Okay, WTF with the family taboos. Hi, first time catching a live. Wow, you are so welcome. The taboos family. You're so welcome. After this live stream, I'm going to check you out as well. So just get connected fully with us. We like to be very organic here, and you're free to meet other people. I know in our life, we have a lot of organic people that are here, but at the same time, we always encourage people to meet one another. So we have Vincent Abuga. You are so welcome, host, and everyone in the house. You're welcome, Vincent. Thank you for coming. Vincent, host, thumbs up. Thank you so much for reminding us of this thumbs up. It's so important.
Yes.
Please, if you're in the house and you have not remembered to do the thumbs up, we would really appreciate that. If you, For instance, if you're watching this from your phone, you may have to go back a little bit so that you can push the thumbs up and then you just come back into the live. It's easy. So give us thumbs up. We really appreciate it. Thank you, Vincent. Thank you so much. Let's see who else we have here. We have In Praise. In Praise, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate you a lot. Thank you. We have Toby Lola Aka. Wow. Thanks, Doug. Thanks, Doug. Thank you so much, Toby Lola. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate your presence here. And we have our African New TV. Oh my gosh, this guy, he is, wow. Oh my gosh, he's quite a big YouTuber. And he actually, what he does, he encourages other YouTubers to grow in his channel. Oh. So he is so good and so funny as well. Oh my gosh, you need to go listen to him. He's just such a funny guy. Mm-hmm. You know, he says all these things that you could never even think about. So, yeah, Vincent Abuga, you guys are connecting. That's good. Who do we have? Let's see who else is here. Hilda is here. Hello, Hilda. Hey, sis. In background while walking, living. Okay, that's fantastic. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I do that a lot anyway. That is like my signature move. I always run us in the background if I'm busy. That is so good. Thank you, Hilda. I appreciate that. Uzoma, hey, Uzoma. Uzoma is another YouTuber that does a variety of things. Wow. She kind of talks about life lessons. You know, it's really nice to listen to her. So Uzoma, sweet seeing our guest again. Lots of love to Lara. Hey, Uzoma. Yes. Yeah, we have you both look sweet. Thank you so much. Sure. Thank you.
Your audience they're very generous with
their words,
with their kindness and compliments. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah, life is so small. We just have to enjoy life the way because it's too short. We just have to be as positive. Yes. Love you, baby. Oh, you know, that's him. He says a lot of things. It's so funny, you know. I'm there giggling by myself. And he is just going and going and going. So so that's it for the people that are here right now. So we continue to welcome people as they come in and see how we just make it as informal as possible. If you have something that you want to share with us, we are happy to listen. You can text the team and we're good to go.
Yeah.
So Lara, over to you.
So if you want to share or you want to ask a question, go for it. Now I'm going to share.
It's true. Now you talk. Sorry.
That's all right.
Now that you talked about sharing, so if you also can share us out, so we can have more people listen to this, that would really be fantastic. Yeah. If you have friends or family or your community, you can share the live stream to them so that we can have more people coming. I know people would come later, but we want to see if people come from the beginning so they can really enjoy it with us. Okay.
I just shared with one of my friends of 47 years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no. Did I say 47?
Don't tell us.
No, I am 47. And she's in England, and I think she should be watching now.
Okay,
because she did watch last week.
Okay, tell her to say hi to us.
I will. Hi, Lola.
If you are just by the edge, like you know, just you can say hi to us if you like.
Why not?
But at least give us a thumbs up, even if you're watching us without any recognition. You can just give us a thumbs up. It's not going to show that you are there. But these days, I think people are not even hiding from any media anymore.
Not at all.
Become part of us, and this is what we have come to live with in this 2021.
So I have always known that cassava was very healthy. You know, we have to pay attention to certain things, but it's very healthy. But I am even more excited to. Am I allowed to look at what USDA says about cassava?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's why we're here.
So total fat from cassava,
Mm-hmm.
zero for value, 0%.
Mm-hmm.
But it says 0.3 gram, maybe there's some other things. So, zero to 0.3. Cholesterol,
Mm-hmm.
how much do you think? Zero.
Zero. Yeah. Yeah.
But potassium is good.
Oh,
It
yeah.
does have potassium,
Mm-hmm.
to 71 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's safe.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Check with your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And it does have some carbohydrate, and that's just 12%.
Mm-hmm.
It does have fiber. Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
Fiber?
Mm-hmm.
It does have, did I say carbohydrate? It does.
Mm-hmm.
And it only has 1.7 grams of sugar, even though it's such a carbohydrate.
It's so funny.
1.7 grams.
You know why I'm laughing?
Somebody's tickling you?
I'm listening to this. I told you how this guy is so funny. The African New TV, he's saying, host, he needs a wife. So if you are in the house and you're looking for a husband, you found one. So
well, make sure she can cook ABULA for you.
But that's why he's looking.
You know what? You can actually expand your
horizon.
Services. Yes.
Horizon. No. I like where I am.
Bring people who are healthier, who believe in healthy lifestyles together. They're gonna live long together.
I know.
We grow old together.
I know. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, longevity. Yeah.
Okay, that's funny. Okay, it does have vitamin C.
Mm-hmm.
Not to. Oh, what am I saying? 34% vitamin C. 34%. Okay, vitamin C. I have read and I have heard that it is very, very good. Actually, I heard that some people, when they are diagnosed with that word you don't want to hear, with that word,
something on the skin disease,
if they take higher doses of vitamin C, it takes it away.
Absolutely.
Higher doses. I didn't know
and
that.
Actually, people can be deficient in it. But and that is why with this COVID, vitamin C became top on the list of what we need for our system.
And our cassava flour, if you're going to use that for your staple, the fufu as your fufu, because you can use. I can name at least 7 things.
That potato is not even close
to this cassava flour.
It's not even close to this.
I'm going to be eating more cassava flour from now on. I promise you.
Oh no, but that is what everybody is tilting
I'm going to be eating more of it because it doesn't have
and it's gluten free. It's gluten free.
For people who have allergies,
yes,
it's safer for them.
So you don't, because now actually I think it was one of these big time what is his name again, Dr. Ox? No,
Dr. Ox? No,
it's not him. One of those ones that doctors? He was talking. It was the other day I was listening to him talk about the cassava flour, and I'm like, okay, so because a lot of people are tilting towards it because of the gluten free, and yet you don't have to, like, if you, let's say you want to make, unless you want to eat potatoes as mashed potatoes, but if you want to eat potato as a fufu or something with more consistency, then you would need to add some things that would give it the
I get it. Oh, but the cassava flour has it naturally.
Everything.
Well, how come people never talked about these things?
Because
wow.
Because when something is from Africa,
wow,
it doesn't sound very good. But I tell you what,
and because we don't have the media, the media informing us about some of these things.
No, it's not we having. The media is not favorable to it. I don't know, but I would think, because when you think about some of the food that we are bringing to your knowledge, you would see there's not a lot of added things to it.
And these things are ignored,
and yet they're very
by mainstream. So, kudos to cassava. I always ate it because I was in Africa. I was in Nigeria until I turned 22 years old. And so I just ate whatever, my mom made. But I never paid.
I never liked
now
it.
You must eat it.
I never liked it, but now
I just
I'm
ate
mature.
it. I never studied about it. I just ate it. and to now know that it's actually better than many things that we settle for, and that get a lot of views or uh, recognition. A lot of food that gets recognition, and some like this because they don't make a lot of noise, and because it's fun. And in Africa, we don't even try to promote our own things. We also want to eat Western food, don't we?
Some of us.
Yeah.
A lot of us.
And
but I think as we grow, as we mature and get the awareness of what the food contains, it helps us as well to actually start navigating towards this food. Because if we don't know what a food contains or any food contain, there's no motivation for you to go to it. But now that we know that at least cassava has all this protein, all this fiber,
magnesium,
and all the ingredients that you need, actually there's something that research talked about, this cassava. It's not one of those things that really digest. It goes into your intestine, and there's a way it needles with the bacteria to actually become a good one. I think I'll give you guys, go check it out and see all the things that you can get from this. Go ahead.
So it does have some iron and some calcium, and it has vitamin B6, okay, some of those rare ones, and 5% of vitamin C, 5% of magnesium, and unfortunately it doesn't have my favorite vitamin D. And vitamin D and calcium, vitamin D and vitamin C, they are key now for us in this time of COVID. Yeah. So,
Lara, sorry to interrupt you for a minute. Because you're not going to be eating the cassava on its own.
Oh yes.
Most times cassava comes with something else.
Yes.
You have to eat it with something.
All of the other things
you
we're
can
talking
find
about.
your vegetables.
Yes.
Even though it's a vegetable root.
Yes.
But still, when you prepare it, doesn't just like potatoes.
Yes.
My son would always say, "Mom, it's vegetable." Fried the fries. He said that this is vegetable. They won't feel like they're vegetables because of the process.
That's true.
That's
true. That's awesome. So that's all. That's all I'm sharing for now on the cassava flour. I am very proud of cassava flour, and I want to remind you, our audience, to try it. I actually remember something I can never forget this. It was during my first few years here in Canada, and I believe I had taken my kid, my infant, to the doctor, and they were talking about what are we starting to eat now? Is she going from puree to solid and everything? And I told my doctor that my daughter was actually starting to like the cassava flour.
Oh, really?
The ABULA. She said ABULA and hot dog. Okay. A lot of kids, little kids, infants, they love that when they're like 6 months and they're trying to graduate into. And one of my friends at church told me, just give her a little of those with the ewedu or the okra.
Wow, that's
healthy. And that's the only food that she would eat easily if we're going to be out for a while, and I know she might get cranky and I don't want to be trying to feed her with a bottle or whatever, and you give her that, she's satisfied.
Wow.
It's very smooth in the throat when you're taking it, and then you take with all of these vegetables. Ewedu has a lot of iron, right?
Or even the okra.
And the okra. So, and the doctor told me. So I said, she actually wants to share that when we are eating, when me and Dad are eating, she likes it, and that I have tried it and she loves it. And that doctor said, you people from Africa, I wish there would be, a big megaphone to tell you that when you come to these countries, this is what the doctor was telling me. She's a pediatrician. That give her that. Yeah, she said, if you would stick to the food that you were eating back in Africa before coming here, you would be much healthier.
Actually,
they say you're lucky, you're blessed. You have all these greens and corn.
It's so true.
Keep eating the way you were eating before.
It's tough.
Because they didn't have too many medications or anything, and they didn't have many of those issues that we start to get when we start eating all these processed foods and everything. Which which are probably even more expensive, but and they do us no good.
And it's Western,
yes,
and we all just want to key in, and that's
yeah.
But we need to know when to draw the line. Though.
Yeah. So
awareness is really becoming the big deal.
Awareness, yes, and we need to do something about what we learn, what we know. The information. So now we have access to information, and I dare to tell you that this advice came from a medical doctor, a pediatrician, and she said, please go ahead and feed your kids with the foods that you used to eat back home, because they're going to be better off. That's stuck in my
There's
head.
Not a lot of added additives in
exactly
it. It's all pure and natural. And when it's natural, what else can you ask for?
Exactly.
I see we have Sarah King is in the house. Let's welcome her. We don't have a lot of people today. I don't know why. I think there's a lot of live streams going on, and if you can share us out, let's see if we have more people coming. Thumbs up, Dan. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. We have 7,000 amazing people watching right now. So yeah, welcome. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's that's what it is. And cassava, like she was saying, is a no-brainer. And even when I myself noticed that it had protein, I was like, protein. You never think that you would get protein from things like that.
Yeah.
But and absolutely, we do have it in it. So we would encourage you to try out some of the recipes that we're sharing with you. The reason why we decided to have a conversation on this series of ABULA is to bring more awareness, to actually just talk about it, because sometimes maybe you're watching the video, you're busy, and you're not even thinking about it, so you don't even get to see or hear all the things that have been said. Sometimes, for me, when I watch certain videos on YouTube, I actually go back to see if I missed something, because most time you're zooming through it, maybe you're cooking or washing or doing something, and it's running. So I would encourage you to look into this recipe and see. And the greatest thing about it, in my mind, is the fact that you don't have to have all this everyday blend. You don't have to have everything in one.
Yeah, cool.
You can actually just decide, like she said, feeding her infant child with the cassava, with the ewedu, which is the jute leaves, or the molokia leaves. Ewedu is the name for this video, because this recipe is coming from the western part of Nigeria, and that's why we're using that western. It's actually, ewedu is the name we call it in the western part of Nigeria, because when you go to the eastern part of Nigeria, it has different names. We call it arira or creme, and different names. And like Uzama mentioned on the last live stream, that people in the eastern part of Nigeria actually treat this leaf as weed. They didn't even know the value of it. Because most times, a lot of us eat food without even thinking of the nutrients that the food has.
Exactly.
So, but then now, if we begin to think of nutrients, you see yourself tilting towards certain food, because you kind of in your mind, you've heard that, oh, it's good for this.
Yeah.
Like, see how the world is tilting towards ginger.
I know.
And
then they get more expensive.
Yes, because people have talked about ginger as having all these amazing nutrients. And then people are, so I think awareness is what it, and with this social media, we can go places if we can actually form the habit of trying to model whatever we hear about the good food, to try it. Because sometimes we hear it and we're too busy. And we think, oh my gosh, that would take me forever to prepare. Then you just forget it.
Oh no, these ones don't take long. You just boil your water and put in the powder. And I remember saying while we were preparing it, that you need to get it smooth without lumps, so that you can be regarded as a real chef for that. And if you are a girl and you're going to be marrying an African man, because it's an African dish, you got to really learn to make it without lumps.
I know.
So you overpower the water with the boiled water with the powder. So when it gets quite thick and almost drying, then it won't have lumps. Then when you turn it and turn it, when it's consistent to some extent, then you're gonna add a little bit of water, lower the heat, and steam it for maybe 5 minutes. And I got some more exciting things about from that, from my
And before you do
search.
this, while you're still talking about how to make it, I'll just give you guys a little tip on how to make this on the microwave.
Okay. Oh, yes.
The microwave is for those of us that are so busy that we don't even want to think about on in the stove. Microwave can also, you can prepare this. You just mix it with water to just warm or cold water, room temperature, it doesn't matter. Just mix it to the consistency that you want. You feel like, for the first time, me, I'm not big in measurement when it comes to African food. I'm so sorry. I couldn't help to tell you, okay, 1 cup of this and maybe, I don't know. So let me not tell you what I don't know. What I know is just add the cassava flour, add water, add the water until you feel it's a little bit runny loose, and then you just put it in your microwave for 4 minutes. And depending on the quantity you're cooking anyway, let's say you're making just 1 cup or just for 1 person, 4 minutes, and bring it out and mix it, and you will be amazed. But if you feel it's not cooked enough, you can add a little water, or if you feel it's too hard or it's too loose, you can add more and just put it back in the microwave, and you will be glad. It's good. It's easy. It's not as difficult as you may see us doing all that cooking here. The last time when we showcased the videos. So go ahead with the tips. We want to hear the tips. We really want to hear the tips.
Before I say the tips, you're turning American. You're turning American.
About what?
That's what you just told. What you just told us here
about
is what my sister about how to make foods in a different way.
Oh.
My sister said, Lara, you don't have to use the pot. People hate washing pots that you make amala with. Okay. Way, from a long time ago, because it kind of gonna dry up and sticky, and nobody wants to wash that pot. It might sit in the sink for a while. My sister told me this recently. She said, just mix it with cold water. She said, how many are you gonna be making anyway? If it's for 1 person or 2 people, just use a big bowl that can go in the microwave. Mix it, cold, whatever. It doesn't have. And then put it in the microwave, and that way you can even eat it from the bowl that you. Because I say to Americans, sorry, the Americans over there here, they don't want to wash. They don't want to do dishes.
Actually, there was that Canadians. Canadians will still use regular bowls and plates. And China, in the US, is almost like everybody is using disposable. And I keep saying some of the disposables are actually not paper. They are not friendly with the earth, and we all are still talking about global change and all of that. And these people with all of those disposable dishes and things that is going in the landfill, it's really going to be bad for us. So, but at least in Canada, in the UK,
we use plates.
In other parts of the world, we actually use China and put it in the dishwasher. Because and wash it. At the worst, if you're so busy, stack your dishwasher. I always tell people, stack it from every day, run it in the night. Just put everything there, and then wash it and put it away. It's even sterilized and clean, and you don't have to do the dishes.
In some homes, I have, one of my friends in the States, her kids were growing up, nobody would do dishes or anything. You know what she said she did one day? She went in the cabinet, took out all of the china, took out all of the cutlery, everything, and disposables. Even for daily food. They say using disposables.
Yeah, I know.
That was one way of handling her stress. People have different ways because they're fighting over who was supposed to do dishes. Okay. Anyway, that's enough about that. So I saw some other interesting things about cassava, and I wanted to share a couple of them with you. They said it is nutrient dense. It's a starchy root vegetable consumed in developing countries around the world. We said that.
Yeah.
And that's why it hasn't gotten much attention.
Yeah.
It's also known as yuca
Mm-hmm.
in for Brazilians, I think.
Yeah.
And I know for sure in French we call it manioc.
Yeah.
Manioc.
Okay. Manioc.
They said when cooked, it has a similar texture to potatoes. And it is also used. It can be used for bread. It can be used for tapioca.
I use it to make bread.
Yeah. Wow.
Cassava flour.
It can be used for tapioca, and of course, some people can substitute its flour for things that they don't want to consume because it has gluten.
Mm-hmm.
They said we should not eat it raw. We shouldn't eat it raw.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
because when eaten raw, we know it has a. Oof! Now that word remind me of that word. Cyanide.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So we should be careful. But we don't have to be concerned with that because we're actually cooking ours. I don't know who would eat it raw. I don't know.
Different people actually. I experienced somebody who is from Africa.
Yeah.
That made the raw cassava fried, and you know what? That day I was blown away because I have never known that cassava could be fried.
Oh really?
I always knew.
Like fries?
Yes.
Oh really?
I always knew that cassava has to be. You have to soak them to actually bring out the nutrients in them.
Okay.
You have to ferment them. I always knew you have to ferment cassava because even the cassava flour, they ferment those cassava flour so that all the cyanide, all those bad radicals in them, they bring them into a better kind of meal for us. So, but I was shocked, like I said, when I saw somebody fry them straight on and I could not touch it.
Yeah.
I was sitting there and I'm like,
I'm not sure if
cassava fries.
I'm not sure if.
So, but if they ate it and they're still standing today, then that's fine. But personally, I would not eat them unless they are fermented. Honestly,
yeah,
I would not.
Because
that's why I said sorry. That's why I said certain food, the way you prepare your food, also help your health. That is why 2 weeks ago, Lara was talking about mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
I said it in the beginning, to be mindful of the way you prepare your food, because that is huge, and that helps you actually to get the best part of the nutrients from the food. Because you could get vegetable and you say you're making vegetable soup.
Yes.
And somebody else could be making vegetable soup, but at the end of the day, you're not getting the same nutrients.
Correct.
Because you can damage your vegetable.
Yes.
And the other person could get the best out of their vegetable. So that's where the mindfulness comes
in. Yeah. We have to be intentional about what we do.
Mm-hmm.
And same thing goes for how we cook or how we eat.
Mm-hmm.
If you're watching your weight, cassava is a good option because it's typically lower in calories than other flour options. It's also high in vitamin C, which acts as an antioxidant to help relieve stress, support your immune system, and can contribute to skin health.
Oh, yeah.
This was published in 2018. So I am amazed. I want to eat more of this now.
Oh, yeah. Awareness is huge when it comes to anything in life. And, thank God for social media. Whoever, made all of this come to life. That's why we can see what is going on these days, know what's happening in the other part of the world. There's not a lot of things that people do behind the secret bad things, because you're doing this bad thing, you don't know who is captured it.
Exactly.
And I think it's actually helping us as well, for people to be aware and maybe even help people to be less mean to one another, because you don't know who is going to video you. There was a day I saw something with somebody sent their dog to actually bite somebody, and the neighbor was videoing it.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my goodness, how did the neighbor even think about videoing this? You know, and the dog actually beats the hell out of the guy, like
Wow.
almost mauled him and almost killed him.
Wow.
And the neighbor was videoing this, and she was like, I can imagine she was screaming, "You're gonna kill him! You're gonna kill him!" So I think the social media is really, really helped us. So and that we have the opportunity to share ABULA recipes.
Yes.
So
no more secrets. No more secrets in the world. You know, somebody is saying
bad secrets.
No more secrets.
So bad secrets. Yeah. So we have, let me see who else came into the house while you share that with us. Einstein TV is here. Einstein is this guy who, in his YouTube channel, he talks about job interviews a lot. He actually shares about, each time I go to his channel, I'm like, that's cool. At least for the younger people or whoever is looking for a job at this time, it's a good thing to go there and kind of take a look and see. Even he talks about what to wear. He also talks about traveling and cool. Attractive places to go and things like that. But now I think he's focusing a lot on jobs and professional looks and all those kind of stuff, which is really cool. I think. Einstein, you're welcome. So Rose Uzoma is saying, is this modern way of cooking really healthy? Yeah, that's a good question.
Is she talking about the microwave?
Yes. Wow. Oh my word. Yeah, I'll get to this. So Rose Uzoma, I know a lot. I have a brother who doesn't really like to cook anything in the microwave because he feels about all the electrolytes and all of those. But I use microwave not to cook my real meals, but I have something to cover in my head. I feel like I would never microwave in a plastic container or in any container that says not microwavable, safe. So for me, I feel if that's what my head tells me, because I am conscious of what is healthy. So I would use glass bowls or microwavable, micro oven safe containers for my meals if I have to do them in the microwave, and I must cover them. I cannot put anything in the microwave without covering it. I have to cover it, and if you have a better maybe a it's the things you use to cover it are microwave safe as well. Yes. That's what we use to cover them. So I wouldn't tell you that I don't know whether they're safe. I know, like I said, my brother wouldn't put even anything in the microwave. It's a no for him. He will never do it. But I'm just talking, I just feel like a lot of people, it's all baby steps. If it's difficult, because I used to sell real estate and in Calgary, and selling. I had this $1.6 million house that we were selling in Aspen then, and this house, the people that wanted to buy the house were asking me, the stove is really complicated. How do you use it? So I said, I'm going to ask the owner if they're interested in the house. And the owner said, Chinwe, you're asking me. We never put on the stove. They lived in our house for 2.5 years. They didn't cook in the house. So they've never cooked in the house. So, and she was very healthy. She was a very healthy person. They ate out all through, So the only thing she had on that stove was this British kettle that whistles, the fancy one. So she had the kettle on the. So I said to her, "So do you use the kettle?" She said, "No, she's never used it." She said she's never used it. So she had a coffee. She said, "But all the times you've come here, I've only given you coffee and tea." Do you
where's my coffee? You didn't give me coffee.
I know. I asked you and I forgot. So Rose, I couldn't tell you if microwave is safe because this family, never cooked in their microwave, they never cooked on their stove, they never did this, but they were still conscious of what they were eating because they could afford it.
Yeah.
To go to organic restaurants
Mm-hmm.
and eat.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they would be able to say, don't put this for me, don't add this, and don't add this. If you know to ask the restaurant to do that for you, but it's money as well.
Yeah.
And also time.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's always a matter of choice on that note. I have a few people in my life who have taken the decision to either be vegans or don't use microwave at all. I actually had a friend stay at my place for almost, quite a few months. It feels like 8 months, maybe it was less or whatever. And no, he would never use the microwave. And we've even joked about that. And I had a microwave in the house. And I know it's a good practice if your lifestyle allows that. But like you said, baby steps, it's totally okay if that's the way you want to do it. Remember that is just an alternative. The traditional way, the old school way to cook is have your little pot on the stove and mixture. And then all you have to do is just wash the pot. Don't be one of those people that doesn't want to wash the pot. And but if you are not using the microwave for health reasons, you're right. We hear of many, many things. We read of many, many things. And if any one of them makes sense, it makes sense to me, don't do it. But don't be that person who will not use the microwave, but you will do so many other things.
Crazy stuff.
That expose you to the same thing, or that might even be more dangerous.
So we have to be consistent.
That's the word. We want to be consistent. Yeah. By the way, I still have one or two more tips here. But talking about real estate, you remind me of something your audience might actually want to hear. You were in real estate for many years.
14.
Okay. And you still can be.
I still have my license.
You're just passive right now.
Yeah.
And I've known you all of those years, even before you went into real estate, right? So, because we did some other things together too. We explored some other business ideas together before she went into real estate. And I watched you through those years of you doing real estate, and your behavior, the way you carried yourself, the way you managed yourself, managed your time, managed your clients, it shone through that I know a lot of people that even when Chinwe was no longer in the country to do her real estate, some people still stuck to her. And then she then selectively chose somebody who can do something close to what she does. And that continued to go. Some of them even came from me.
I still do.
Yeah. So, and it was the way she built her business in terms of her integrity and in terms of how she does things. And she must have selected somebody that knows your way you do things. And I can testify that those were carried out even when you were not here. Why don't you someday talk to us about the principles behind that lifestyle, that integrity? I like the word integrity. I think that would be an interesting, you don't have to mention names if you're talking about experiences, because I know you have some rich experiences in that. Yeah, it's part of a good lifestyle. Actually, want to share best practices?
Actually, what I'm doing, I think this is something new that you're bringing up, and thank you so much for your generosity saying those kind things to me.
I saw it live, so
thank you. Because on this channel, I'm actually offering if people want to buy a house. If people want to buy a house, I lead them to actually. I've done a few in the US.
Okay, I didn't know that.
I can walk them through without being the physical realtor, even helping you to select your realtor. But for me, what I've done even in the States, from living in Saudi Arabia, is navigate the person through the process of even selling the house themselves if they want to. So I do all of that now, but I'm yet to really market it on the channel.
Okay.
But I'm doing it behind the scene. But I'm actually going to bring it up in the. I already it's in my intro.
Okay.
That I'm going to help them navigate real estate.
Mm-hmm.
Like teach you, because for me, selling houses, I believe that it was about you have to get your client aware. You have to teach them. They need to know that this and this you need.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be their brain. You don't want to be the one doing everything for them. You want to teach them how to fish in a way. It's not like you're teaching them to become a real estate agent, but you're teaching them to understand the process so that they can work with you with some knowledge, you know, so they will know what is good for the house and what is not good, and all of those life principles. You talk about it.
Yes.
What did you
That's the part I'm coming into. Best practices?
Yeah, best practices.
I want you to, okay, so that's one aspect. You said you were already thinking of that. I was reading your mind, you know, but I want you to do a show on tips in terms of, you know, like some people want to sell their house and cheat on their spouse.
Oh, God.
And they want to maybe make a deal with a realtor. I've heard of such stories.
So that if we call it how to cheat your husband,
yes,
that would really fly. Everybody will watch it. Tips on how to cheat on
when you
sell your house without his knowledge.
Yeah. So I know there are so many bad things in that area.
Or your wife, vice versa.
Yeah,
just depends on who the bully.
That's why I said spouse.
The bully can be either way.
That's why I said spouse. And I want you to do a show on one of those someday. I think it will be. I think just reveal some secrets. You know, some things that go on that you realtors get to see that clients may never see. Just don't say their names.
Absolutely.
So that the person who has done,
come with me. I do that too.
Chinwe actually bought one of the homes that we wanted to do for family, and she practiced this all along the way. That I didn't even have to be there. I let the rest of my family say, "You got Chinwe, there you go," and I didn't have to be there. So yes. So what did I want to say? I think
let's welcome people.
Okay.
Then you get to yours now.
Welcome our beautiful people.
Okay. So for those that are still, it's night in a lot of places. Cynthia was going to recognize her. Cynthia, my dear, are you still there or you left? Oh, thank you so much for coming all the way from Saudi Arabia. All the way. We have a question from In Praise. He says, the flour contains resistant starch called RS3. Oh my goodness. That is talking about the cassava flour.
Yeah. Okay.
It's among the foods that contain prebiotic, which is good for your GI.
Probiotics. Yeah, yes.
Probiotics.
Yes, you get that from yogurt as well.
Yeah, especially, I'm sure, In Praise, if you're still there, I'm sure you're talking about this cassava flour, and you're talking about the one that is fermented, because the probiotics, I don't think you can ever get probiotics from anything that is not fermented. The food has to be fermented for you to get the probiotics from it. But In Praise, correct me if I'm wrong. So we have Chill Cat. Oh, okay, he's saying hi to somebody. Okay. We have Flourish and Reaction. Hello, host. Good evening. Hello, Flourish. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Sarah King is here. She's saying hi to you. Sarah King, Kitchen, Flourish. Okay. Yeah, that's it, I think. Yeah, okay. So let's continue.
Okay, so they say that the most commonly consumed part of the cassava is the root, of course. And you see, in the soil, there are these natural minerals and nutrients that it can that comes with it because it's grown in the soil, and that's probably why it has very good source of potassium and those things.
The roots,
and those
vegetables.
and it's actually easy to grow it in the tropical places, and that's why it's more affordable in Africa. They also said it is there's a lot of it in South America.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that's why the Americans have a name for it, yuga. Is it yuga? They call it yucca. Yucca. Yeah. And they said people with allergies, they often benefit from using cassava root in cooking and baking because it's gluten free, it's grain free, it's nut free. It's not free, but you know what? It has a nutty flavor.
Yes.
That's what I read here.
Yeah,
it has a nutty flavor. So you imagine you're reacting to nuts.
Gluten or something.
You're reacting to gluten. You're reacting to nuts, but it actually has that natural flavor, and I think it's from the fact that it's grown in the soil. So I can't seem to have enough of it. You can ground it into flour to make bread, and you can make crackers with it. And I have a friend
I've used it for bread.
Yeah, you do? Okay, I'll have to get into that.
Yeah.
It's a versatile vegetable. It is consumed in several parts of the world, and it must be cooked before eating, of course.
Absolutely.
And it contains a few key nutrients and not very high in calories. And so for people who want to
other carbohydrate kind of thing, but it's not. I have a YouTuber friend who talks about measuring calories. I don't have anything against that, but I feel something like this is not because it's heavy. It's a heavy meal. It's also heavy because it can fill you.
Yeah.
So it's not something you're eating when you're eating other carbohydrates.
You will get full.
So it's like this is going to be that portion of your meal that is carbohydrates. And then, so you're not having it and having other carbohydrates unless, it depends on what your head is telling you and how you manage your health. But if you are managing your health in such a way that you're thinking, you're aware of what you're getting, then when you're eating this, you're not going to be finishing it and having fries and having this and having that.
Oh, no.
You know that this is high in calorie, but it's not a bad calorie.
No,
in my mind.
No, not at all.
So, but just try it. What I say to people is anything that is new, try it for 3 days. Listen to your body because we all can listen. We all can know when something is not good for us. For me, if I eat something that is not good for me, right there, right then, it's showing. So listen to your body and know if you want to try this cassava. If it's good for you, there is no way you will not know within 7 days.
Oh, it's very safe because it doesn't have the general allergy stuff, and I think the reason they're making that point about it being not so many calories is because of the dense nutrients that are in it. So it has a lot of stuff. It's a rich starch. And they're saying for the kind of rich starch that it is, having all of these things, it actually doesn't have the proportionate amount of calories that it should have.
It weighs.
It should have.
Yeah.
And if you do even very little, like a ball, like a little ball like that, you're full.
Depending on your appetite.
You don't need to eat a lot of it. Actually, you don't need to. You don't need a lot of it to get full. Remember, you still have the ABULA
things.
the ABULA and the vegetable to go with it. Yeah. So, well, that's all I have on the cassava. We did the other things before. We did the malokia leaves and everything. We did those before now.
Yes.
So that we were going to focus on the cassava. And I'm so glad because I even got to remind myself of some things and I also got to learn new things. So I don't know if you guys have questions that you want to ask us so that we can address those as we go. We want to make sure that we answer. Oh, welcome, my friend. I see my friend.
Is this somebody?
Mary.
Okay.
Mary Akinlokton from
Okay.
IITA. She's
Okay,
further down.
let's go.
Oh, Mary.
Let's see everybody. God bless you all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I see Mary.
We're actually rounding up quickly today. We have gone how many minutes is he saying we have done today?
We
already?
have done 1 hour and 6
Are you
minutes.
serious?
Yes.
So we should be wrapping up.
So
any
Mary
minute from
is
now. I'm
further
going
down.
Somebody is saying amen and amen
Aw.
to you too. Yes. He's saying that to African UTV. We go see you later. Yes. Thank you so much, African UTV, for your support. Flourish. Yeah, Flourish. Yeah, it's talking. Somebody says something here. Definitely, it has to be fermented. Yes. In praise is saying that.
Yes.
To have the probiotics and possibly prebiotics and probiotics. Both of them. Yeah.
Oh, both? Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good for your guts.
Yes. Fermentation is key in these things. So yeah. Thank you so much in praise for that. We have something else. Prebiotics are not the same as probiotics.
Okay.
They're two different things. Yeah. So Mary Akinlotan. Yes, you are so welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by and for being part of this conversation. We appreciate you. Thank you. We have Pastor Peace Asirua. Oh, hello. You're so welcome. Thank you for coming, Pastor Peace. Thumbs up, down, host. Thank you so much. The thumbs up is so important. If you have not given us a thumbs up, please remember to give us one. We appreciate it. Even if you're not watching us or saying hi on the screen and you're watching us from behind the scene, we still appreciate if you give us a thumbs up. It doesn't show who you are to the audience, but at least I will get to see that you were here.
Oh, we got thumbs up from Mary.
Getting thumbs up from everyone. Thank you, Michael. Michael Ashhall Jr. Channel. Hi. Thank you for coming. We have, from Jamaica. You are so welcome, Michael, from Jamaica. Thank you so much. Then we have Peace. It's been a long time, host. Yes, I know. I've been to your house a few times and I didn't see you. I was wondering where you were. I was away also for quite some months and just coming back gradually. It's been a long time, host. Yeah. So thank you, everybody. It's been wonderful to share this moment with all of you guys and discuss. Oh, Mr. Fandu, thank you for coming and for giving us a thumbs up. I know you were watching us before now. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thank you. That's my husband, Kenny Fandu.
Yay.
So we have Pastor Pisty saying, wow, yes, I've been into your house a few times. And yeah. So we're rounding up now because actually initially we said we're going to be doing 30 minutes. But we ended up doing 1 hour each time plus.
Yeah.
So but really we just want to appreciate our wonderful, amazing, beautiful host for navigating through these long weeks of ABULA with us and helping us to understand the ingredients and the benefits that you get from trying out and eating this recipe, the ABULA recipe. So we really appreciate you a lot for your time, your love, your kindness, and everything. Sometimes, when I was younger, there's this saying on the ad that says, good secretaries are hard to find. I would rather keep mine. And I say, good friends are hard to find. And if you have one, keep them, appreciate them. And, that's all you can do. My mom always say, you can't eat your fellow man. You can only love them and appreciate them. But that is true. You can't eat them. You can. What are you going to do? Am I going to eat you? No. You can only appreciate people that you have in your life. You appreciate them because life is too short.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right.
you appreciate them, and that is almost all you can do. Because even if you give them the biggest gift and you don't appreciate them, it might not really
It doesn't
mean
connect.
a lot
Yeah, it
to
doesn't
them.
connect. Yes.
So I think appreciating the people that matter to you, people that are in your life, is really important. So I'll keep my friend. I'm not going to give her to anybody. You change host. You look so beautiful. Really?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. I guess maybe it's all this hair that I have here. I guess maybe.
Yeah. Well,
Thank you so
you
much.
always, you have your lifestyle thingy going.
I know.
It's always
also
no matter what you do.
And it's also challenging me to do more of it.
You better.
I'm
gonna push you.
It's challenging me to do more of it. Even though I was always about lifestyle, now with this channel, it's almost like you have to keep up with this. You can't fall away by the wayside. And your friend too, so she's admiring you as well.
Oh, Mary.
Pastor, our pastor in the house. Pastor Peace.
Oh,
thank you so much, Pastor. So Einstein. Okay, she's saying hi to you, Pastor. Yes.
Oh, thank you, Pastor. Thank you. God bless you.
Yeah. So I think on this note, we'll just round up, and hopefully I can just tell you guys right now, I have a few new things coming. I'm going to be talking about language, and so the next live I'll be doing will be introducing that language. Then the following week, then we'll start with the language. So that's what I'm planning to do, and I'm going to be bringing you some recipes that have been requested by younger people. Mom, you're going to make jollof rice. Like your jollof rice. You're going to try one, actually, the one I made for the channel. You try the rice itself. So I'm going to let you try it and see how it came out nicely. So, because I've done the videos just to now see what day to publish them. So, okay.
I don't mind a takeaway.
Yeah, that's what you're going to do. I'll give you takeaway.
Yay. It's all about food.
Yeah, food.
Good food.
Yeah, good food. Yeah, good food. So we're rounding up. Then I don't know if Lara, if there's something you want to say to the audience. Greeting, Ma. Thank you so much, Rose.
Yeah, I just want to encourage your audience to continue in that path of best practices, sharing, being generous in terms of sharing what worked for you, what your experience was in something, so that other people can learn from it. And that's the way we are a community. And one person lifts the other person up.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it is. And we're even appreciating that kind of lifestyle more now. You're not on your own. You're not an island. One goes down, many of us go down. Just like what we're seeing now with COVID. You can say, it's my life, it's my this, I can do whatever I want with it, and I don't want to. Guess what? What your neighbor didn't do right will affect you, and what they also did right could affect you.
One way or the other.
Yes. So you are your neighbor's keeper. We are kind of old school here, and we believe in those wise sayings and way of life. So keep up the good work. Okay. I know we have to sign off, but that's what I am leaving with you.
Thank you so much, Lara, for that. I like that comment. We are our neighbor's keepers, and it depends. Everything is all in the mind. How your mind help you. But I know if we all that God has made listen to our conscience, we would be our brother's keeper, because that small voice in us always tell us the best things to do, which most of the time we suppress it. So thank you all for coming. And Lara, thank you so much. It's been wonderful. Somebody is saying something. Oh my gosh. Towards the end, everybody's chipping in something. Greetings, Pastor. Okay, no, not that one. Somebody says we await the rice. Oh my gosh, yes, yeah,
The
that
rice. The rice. Oh, the other rice.
The rice, the jollof rice I'm gonna make.
The virtual rice. The real rice is for me, okay? She already said she's not replacing me, so it's me.
Long time I see you soon. Okay, no, this one. Okay. Let's see. Thanks so much, Pastor. Okay. What else? I love those words, Lara. Yeah. Yeah, she loves what you said.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So you all stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you all either in your live stream or in mine or for my organic supporters. I really appreciate each and every one of you for watching the videos and supporting us during all of this live stream. Because without you supporting us, we'll just be here chatting on our own. So thank you for being part of the conversation. And we hope you will try the recipe, even if it means trying just the jute leaf or the molokia, the ewedu by itself. Try the recipe. You can still leave a comment. We'll read the comments to see whatever you have to say. So thank you so much, because your comment may encourage somebody else. You never know how far your comments go to helping somebody else who just comes to that live stream and sees your comment. You don't know. So just leave a comment that may support somebody or help somebody. So you all stay safe and God bless you. Thank you.
Ciao.
Remember, if you've not subscribed, you can subscribe, share this. Always share good practices. According to my best friend, Lara, she says, share good practices. Share it so that your friends and family can benefit from it. Okay, then, you all stay safe and I would log off now. Bye, everyone.